October of this year, I was so incredibly fortunate to be able to add two more human beings to my family. This year, I got my niece Brielle, who's 5, and also my nephew Braxton, who's 8. All the time I've spent with them, Braxton one day felt comfortable enough to come to me and ask me some very vivid questions about sex. And like I said, he's 8. He's in 3rd grade. Considering that we have to rate television shows and movies due to the level of content, or be at least 18 or older to walk into a sex store itself, it's pretty evident that as a community, we know that this type of material is not suited for children of this age. So why are we allowing our children to be taught by the education system that these images in their heads are okay? Sex education should be revoked in schools simply due to the heaviness of the topic. When walking into a parent meeting with a guidance counselor, a parent shouldn't have to walk into their room to see a bowl of condoms on the counselor's table. Some may even find this heartbreaking that they don't even get the chance to share this information with the child themselves because the education system beats them to it. It's very unfair that the only alternative to not participating in the class for sex ed is to potentially get a note and be excused and embarrass your child. And on top of all that, of course, all the other kids are immature and are going to run and come talk to your kid about what was going on in class anyway. There are reasons why we don't walk around naked. There are reasons why we have separate restrooms, and that's to keep the purity of our children. Being pure leads me to go on to religious values. Since religion is another sensitive subject that a lot of families decide to keep private, it's hard to tell who's affiliated with exactly what. Religion learns values, and religion is for the most part, follows abstinence until marriage. The education system is unable to teach about religion unless you're at an older age, a college level, you take a religions course. But overall, broken down, our children are not able to celebrate Christmas parties because they involved Christ, but they're able to be sat down and explained how sex works. If we just keep the sex talk separate, where it belongs, we could show that sex is sacred, and we will not educate or support the sexual activity of our youth because of the way it is abused. Practicing good values and removing the entire image from these kids' brains could heavily impact the decline in teen pregnancy and also the percentage in STDs coming from children 15 to 25, which is about 500,000 people a year, just in that age group, 15 to 25. According to HHS.gov, in 2014, there were almost 300,000 babies born to females in age group from 15 to 19 as well. Nearly 89% of these births occurred outside of marriage. Does this really sound like something we want to be contributing to, teaching our children exactly what to do when they have sex? It is insanity that girls don't even get the chance to go to high school sometimes because they end up pregnant at 14. And on top of that, they end up living at poverty level due to the high cost of having children and being so young to the point where they physically can't even get a job yet. When it comes to sending my children off to school every day, I need to be comfortable knowing that this is a safe place for my child and that he or she is going to learn life skills such as emotional bonding and communication that will mold them into being a good person. Sex is sensitive, sex is intimate, but these characteristics of sex make it a topic where it should be the parents' choice to share based on the underlying principles and the development of their child that they want to pursue.